You must be joking.
I'm not joking.
But surely, we've got a new stadium. Surely I get a new office.
It doesn't work like that.
What do you mean that's not how it works? We're literally in a whole new building, completely different building and structure. Why is my office the exact same?
Your office is prefabricated. We just moved it to the new stadium to be the exact same.
I'm really not happy with this. I want it sorted out immediately, Gina.
I'll try my best, Tom.
Yeah, of course you'll try, and then you'll come back to me next week and say you can't do it. But I'm cross. I just want a nicer wall behind me. It's just a bit boring, isn't it? Something red. That'd be quite good. Hung up on me. Bloody hell, Gina. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode as we properly kick off season 4 of the series in our brand new stadium, the Kingsford Stadium, which is a real life development. It's not something we've done in game. Apparently this is going on in real life, but I think it's one of those sort of stadium builds where it just keeps getting pushed back every year. So I'm not entirely sure when it'll ever happen in Aberdeen, but it's happened right now for us in 2023. So we've gone from a 21,000 seater stadium to a 20,000 seater stadium. I'm not too happy about that. We are losing a bit of capacity, but fingers crossed the corporate facilities are much better. We can get better sponsors in and things like that. It'll be decent, so it can literally play games for any tournament out there apart from the World Cup. It doesn't fit World Cup standards, but Champions League, Europa Conference League, everything like that, it fits it all perfectly. And today we're going to see it in its shining glory as we take on Rangers in the Scottish Premiership and then a team called Bodø Glimt, which I'm probably saying all wrong. They are from, if I remember rightly, Norway. They're from Norway. We're taking them on in both legs in the Europa Conference League third qualifying round. Since you guys were here yesterday for the transfer special, no one else has joined the club. There was no more transfers to be made. Had no money to do it essentially. But we have sent a couple players out on loan, but not as many as I've wanted to send out on loan. What it means this season is we're going to have to do a lot of rotation for a lot of our young players because no one wants them, or if clubs do want them, they're in lower divisions than they should be playing at. So players like Thad McRae, players like Harry Storm, they need to be playing in the Premiership, but no Premiership clubs want them. So we've got to keep them here for now, which is a little annoying because they're not going to get as much game time as they would elsewhere. But it's a good chance to rotate them around and see how they perform in the big stage. We've also played the opening game of the season, beating Kilmarnock 1-0 on the opening day of the season. Away from home to the newly promoted side, a 1-0 scoreline does not look particularly good, but we did have 16 shots to their 4 shots. It was a very professional performance out there from us, so I was pretty pleased with the way we played, just we could have scored a couple more goals. So today is Monday and I want to pre-warn you guys that it's a very, very busy week for me this week. A lot going on, particularly obviously I've got work in the daytimes, that's like 9 to 5 in the daytimes, Monday to Friday. And then obviously other stuff going on the evening this week, which we'll talk about in a minute. But just want to pre-warn you that there might not be videos every single day. I'll let you know if that's the case on Twitter and on Discord. So make sure you follow me on Twitter and get in the Discord. Links to those in the description to keep up to date with all of that. But it is a big week in terms of live streams. Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, it is the streamer showdown once again. I'm back in the showdown this time, playing and competing against other Football Manager creators. The exciting thing about this one is we have no idea what the player pool is until we go live on Wednesday for the draft. So there's no preparation to do. Like anything could come up on Wednesday. Like they could say on Wednesday, right, the draft pool is going to be like, I don't know, South Korean players. I know nothing about South Korean players. So it's going to be really stressful and tense. So if you want to help me out, we'd massively appreciate you guys being in the chat on and around at Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday for that one. That'll be massively appreciated. Link down in the description to a Twitch channel to go follow me over there. Hopefully it's Scotland. Imagine how good it would be if it was Scotland because we know everything. We just get Alan Campbell in, we get Shankland in, we get Nisbet in. It'd be fantastic. But that is enough rambling from me. The last thing I'll ask you to do is, of course, drop a like on today's video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below telling me what your ideal streamer showdown draft would be, because I think for me the ideal one would probably be League One, because that's Lincoln City and I know all about that. So that would be my ideal draft pool. And of course, if you have no idea what the Streamer Showdown is, I'm sure someone in the comment section will properly explain it to you. But come along on Wednesday to the streams, you'll see it there. It's a lot of fun. Get involved. So first things first, we're travelling to Norway for this first leg, and what we're going to do is rotate the lineup heavily. We need to do a lot of rotation this season, but also I think that this is a game we should be winning comfortably, so I'm pretty confident to rotate it and play some youth players. Bazunu starts in goal for us as per usual, but that big £4.2 million signing, Portia, he comes in for his first start, or professional starts for the club, at left back. He should be pretty decent today. Looking forward to seeing how he does. Suva is alongside him with Suter and Vontae Daly-Campbell at right back. Lewis Ferguson and Tam McLumper start in the centre of midfield, with Ethan Ross and Ben Knight on the wings, with Nisbet and Harry Storm leading the line. So as kickoff is upon us here today, this should be a routine win, I think. Now, this team, Bodø, I'm saying it all wrong, I know I am. They beat Lech Poznan in the round before this, so they're not bad. But, you know, they're a team from Norway. On the grounds that I've not heard of them before, this should be an easy win for us. Very aware, I've said that in the past in European competitions, and very aware we've been knocked out by teams I've never heard of before. But I am confident here. Saying that, though, it's 4 shots to Bodø, 2 shots to us. So maybe the rotated lineup is not playing to its best abilities right now. And maybe I have underestimated them a little bit. But a very, very quick first half there, limited highlights. That's not ideal for us. Highlights straight at the start of the second half though, as the clearances bounces around a little bit. Harry Storm can't quite win the clearance from Ethan Ross, and it goes all the way back to the Glimt keeper as they look to come forward. Good, not quite interception from Ferguson there. That was not quite so good. As they look to come forward, the Norwegian side, getting the ball out wide. Can they get across in the middle? Ben Knight can't get the challenge in there. We do get the clearance away though, and Harry Storm plays it into Ethan Ross. Ethan Ross, can he find Nisbet? He's just drifted offside, unfortunately not. But Ross still coming forward. His ball forward not great. But Tam McLumper's ball to Harry Storm was superb. But the keeper makes an even better save there. The score stays 0-0. 0-0 away from home, actually, to be fair, is not a bad result. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know who the new Saints are playing from Wales, but they're 8-0 up in their game. So clearly whoever they're playing is rubbish, because that's the new Saints, and they're not very good in the first place, are they? But with 20 minutes or so to go, let's quickly make some changes out there, because nothing's happening for us. Ethan Ross and Nisbet will swap over, and then Ethan Ross will come off for Thad McRae. And what we might do as well, actually, is bring Kevin Hanratty on and swap those two over to play in better positions suited themselves. And then whilst we're here as well, we might get Lewis Ferguson off and bring Stephen Nicol on. He's a youngster that we brought in a couple of years ago from Dundee, and hopefully he's going to do really well for us this season. But as the clock ticks down, I think I'm being made to eat my own words when I said today was going to be a routine victory. But a 0-0 away from home is like, it's not the worst result in the world. I'm pretty confident at home we should batter these boys. We ended up having more shots as well. We played a very rotated lineup too that weren't quite used to playing with each other. The back line played well. Going forward, maybe not so much. I don't know. Apparently everyone thought we'd get beaten today, so I wanted to prove them wrong. Apparently they've got a better reputation than us or something like that, maybe. I don't know what that's about, but I mean, they all look inspired and motivated by it. So fingers crossed, we go thrash Rangers in our new stadium, and then we go and win the second leg. So the game has come around very quickly against Rangers. What I'm going to do is quick pick, well, I say quick pick, I've already picked the team, 4-4-2. This is my preferred formation and team for this season. So I've just sort of saved that lineup. I can just quickly change it every single time. We've got to go all out and try and get the win today. So this, in my opinion, is the best lineup we've got. Bazunu in goal with a backline of Reece Devine, Hector Herrera, John Suter and Torres at right back. Campbell and Tam Lumper stay in the middle. Campbell joins the middle, replacing Lewis Ferguson. Gordon and Knight on the wings with Nisbet and Shankland leading the line. So first things first, this is our new stadium. And it looks swanky, doesn't it? Big fan of this new stadium. I don't think it's much different to the one we had before in terms of in-game graphics, but it feels like a completely new home for it. I think it's bigger. I think it's taller than last time, or the previous stadium that we had. I'll be honest, I didn't pay much attention to the previous stadium, but by the looks of things, there is room to expand because the corners aren't taken up. So we probably can get some stadium expansion going at some point, I imagine, when we start to get better results in the Champions League, for example. But as kickoff is upon us, this is a truly huge game for us. We need to get a good result here, because if we want to be winning the title this season, we have to be beating Rangers to do it. So this is already, for me, one of the most important games of the season, and if we lose it, it's going to have huge implications on the rest of the season. So we've got to be right, ready and raring to go for a game like this. And at the moment, it's Rangers not coming forward. Ben Knight with a good interception. Shankland into Gordon. Gordon shoots, and it's a terrible shot in the end from Gordon. Should have done a lot better with that one. Instead, his shot comfortably saved by the keeper. Now, in previous years, I would probably say a draw is a decent result against Rangers. This year, it's not. We have to be winning these games. Drawing it, it's not going to help us out massively. It just keeps us level with Rangers. What we need to do is win these games to get ahead of Rangers. These are the really, really important games to win now. So we've got to give it everything this time as Tam McLumper gets it into Shankland. Nisbet back to Tam, and Tam back to Nisbet. Nisbet through to Knight. Knight, can he get it across the 6-yard area? He does. This time, Gordon gets it in the back of the net. What a fantastic goal to score there. Great passing play in the build-up to that one. And that was fantastic to see from our boys up front there. Really good play there. Great ball from Nisbet, by the way. Really good vision from him. And then Ben Knight just finds Gordon right in between the keeper and the defenders. And he can just slide it into the bottom corner. 1-0 to us. It would also be great to get a win in our new stadium in its first competitive outing, which would be pretty decent. You know, the fans come to the new stadium and automatically they've got a 100% win ratio here. That would be what you want to see. In the meantime, though, Rangers looking to come forward again. We have cleared their ball, but they do hold on to possession. Not quite, although Shankland can't quite get there, but the clearance is poor, and Ben Knight now with a lot of room down the right-hand side to put another ball in the middle. He doesn't even get to put a ball in the middle. He gets fouled, and Kevin Nisbet will take the penalty, looking to score his second of the season, his first of the season. Oh, it was Shankland. I think Shankland scored in the opening game of the. I can't really score against Kilmarnock. I think it was Shankland. Basically, I knew it was one of the strikers, and I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I got it wrong. But fantastic stuff. 2-0 up against Rangers, and we've limited them to have just one shot in this entire game so far. So for me, the summer signings are doing really well. I think we've massively improved the backline. We have improved the backline. We are probably a little weaker at right back at the moment, just because Torres isn't quite as good as Ethan Laird right now. But Suter has improved from last season. We've got an improvement with Herrera starting as well, and Reece Devine is also an improvement on Leif Davies. Sorry. So we have improved that backline. Tam McLumper's come into the centre of midfield to be a proper playmaker. We've improved that there. So for me, like, the areas where we have brought in new players or promoted from within, we have improved the squad. So there should be no excuse for getting top 2 this season. I said last season, if we don't get top 2, it's going to be a failure of a season. On the grounds that we just missed out on the final day of the season, it wasn't quite a failure. What is a failure, though, is Gavin Bazunu there and the defensive display that was for Rangers to score that goal. How's that gone in the back of the net? That is stupid. This season, though, even if we just miss out on the top 2, like by a point or something like that, Bazunu should have saved that. And that hopefully won't cost us, because if we don't finish top 2 this season, it is a failure in my eyes, whatever happens. Hopefully another chance for us to restore our 2-goal lead right now, though, as Ben Knight comes down the right-hand side of the pitch. Can he whip a ball into the middle and find someone's noggin? He does. He finds Anthony Gordon's foot, not his noggin, and Anthony Gordon, second of the game, restores that 2-goal lead. See, why could we not do this against that Norwegian side, right? Because I'm pretty sure Rangers are better than that Norwegian side. I know we played like a rotated lineup, but for the most part, it was pretty similar, right? At least it gives me some confidence going into that next game. In the meantime, Rangers trying to get a goal back early in this second half as they look to come forward down the right-hand side of the pitch. Although Reece Devine with a huge challenge there, then just loses possession straight away. Not quite so good as Delot gets the ball out wide. In the middle, Ryan Kent does get that goal. I mean, it does say something, right, when Rangers are signing Diogo Dalot from Man United for the season. I'm not sure if he's on loan or not, but they've got him at least, and they can attract that quality of player, right? It does just show what we're competing with, but at the same time, it also shows like how good we are as a team, that we can beat Rangers. And it's not like it's a fluke, like we're doing it convincingly, in my opinion. 15 minutes to go or so. Ben Knight's played well, but is looking very tired. So let's bring Romeo Lavia on the pitch, the guy on loan from Man City. Davine not having the best of games, so Brian Portier will come on to be a bit more of a defensive fullback, I think, just to try and see the game out a little bit. And then Alan Campbell's had a poor game, so Lewis Ferguson on he comes instead. Hopefully, though, we're not going to see any more highlights in the next 15-10 minutes because, oh, you hate to see it, a highlight comes as soon as I say that. It's precarious right now. We need to make sure we come away with the win. Good block there from Portier. However, Ferguson... Oh, can we just stop sliding around? Luckily, that's gone wide of the mark, but I got very nervy then when slide tackles go flying in. 5 minutes to go, and this will be a fantastic victory for us in our new stadium and also a crucial 3 points over Rangers. The clock ticks down, and we've done it. Now, that's what I call a victory. That's what we need to do. That is what we need to be doing this season if we want to be in the top 2 or winning a title. Beating Rangers. Obviously, beating everyone else as well. It doesn't matter if we beat Rangers but then lose to Motherwell and Livingston 3-0 apiece. Like, we have to keep winning games as well as beating Rangers. Now, this keeps coming up in the news articles all the time, to the point where obviously something must be going on, right? Because they wouldn't say all the time in news articles something's going on or not going on. Basically, the chairman keeps saying that there's no one trying to buy the club. But the amount of times it keeps coming up in the news articles makes you think, probably something is going on in the background. So maybe now that I've said that, we're going to see no more news articles about it at all, but just keep it in the back of your minds that potentially we could just, start an episode one day with some new owners in charge. So, second leg against Bodø, obviously 0-0 in that first leg, but the win against Rangers gives me confidence we're going to score plenty of goals today. I still want to rotate the lineup a little bit, so we're going to bring onto the pitch, instead of Nisbet, who's played both games today, Kevin Hanrat is going to have a run out as that deep lying forwards. I think we'll start Jakov Suva instead of Hector Herrera as well at centre-back, give him another run out there as well. Lewis Ferguson will come on for Campbell, who's not played actually saying that, he's got 7.2 in his last 5 games. It's not that bad at all, is it? But we're going to give Lewis Ferguson a run out there anyway. Alongside him, I do want to play Sydney Tavares instead of Tam McLumper. Give Tam a rest and Tavares a run to play well. But other than that, no more changes to the lineup. We'll leave it as it is for now. So, kick-off upon us. Hopefully, we're going to get a big result here. And I want to see Kevin Hanratty score plenty of goals. I want to see Sydney Tavares with plenty of assists. I want to see Suva scoring a goal from a header from a corner. This is everything I want to see from the players who are trying to fight their way into the first team. I want to see the good performances from them when I give them the chance. Although, unfortunately, no one is putting in a good performance in a highlightless first half. Nothing happens. Oh dear me. Right, dressing room, thrash the arms, far from pleased from what I've just seen. Start the second half, and we're going to go a little bit more attacking and shout, demand more. First highlight of the game, and annoyingly, it looks like it's coming towards us. No, come on, Shankland, do something clever with this one. A nice little back heel to Gordon, but nothing really happened with that one. And all momentum that we had has now been taken away, as that's a terrible ball from Sydney Tavares, but Torres with a good ball forward, back into Ben Knight. Ben Knight on the edge of the area, back to Ferguson. They are really packing us out here. We just can't do anything with the ball at all, can we? The ball in the middle, though, is good, and Shankland puts it in the back of the net. Finally, first highlight of the game results in hopefully the only goal of the game. Ben Knight has been superb. I think every game we've played so far today has been really solid, so it's good to see him performing and really doing well. Fingers crossed he has a better season than he did last year, because he had a great season last year with 30 goal contributions. If he can do the same again this season or better, that would be mental, as Gordon finds Tavares, and Tavares, he is giving me a reason to put him in that first team starting at some point. Wow, what a finish that was from him. Tavares is a weird one. He's a guy we got on, I think it was a free transfer. It might have been $500,000. I'm not entirely sure. He was on loan last season, played well, but development-wise has kind of stagnated a little bit. So, I don't know. He's still got 5-star potential, but he's 21. I don't think he's going to be as good as the potential and scouts think he might be. So, we'll see what happens with him, but hopefully a season of being in and out of the team this time around will help him out massively in his development, and hopefully like next season he becomes, a really big starting player for us, as Shankland sees the game off there. A third for him of the season, the third of the game for us. we're into the next round. Also realised I've not made any changes. My plan was to make some changes. Suva, I told you, I wanted him to get a headed goal from, I said corner early, but a set piece counts anyway. Suva with the goal, giving me reason to maybe think about starting him as well at some point this season ahead of Hector Herrera. Great goal for him. But yeah, I was meant to make subs to give some other fringe players a bit of a run out, but we are just running riot right now. A 5th goal for us. Bodø have fallen short in their attempts to beat us, and we are safely through into the next round of the qualifying rounds. The draw for that has been done already. I can't remember who we're going to play, so I guess we'll see in the news articles in literally like a second's time. Kasim Pasha. Ooh, now that's a difficult one because Kasim Pasha are a Turkish side who are pretty decent actually. This won't be as simple, this final qualifying round. Obviously win this, we're into the group stages, which is the absolute bare minimum for us. But Kasim Pasha are going to be a difficult team to get past. So next episode then, we will do Kasim Pasha, Hearts and Kasim Pasha. That's going to be the plan. All we have to do in between episodes is play Morton, who beat us last season in the Scottish Cup. So fingers crossed we won't do the same this year. Hopefully this season we will batter them. But thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.